Good day everyone, I am Eliza Marisi Alonde of Y1PMG03 Naphtali, and I will be discussing the Article 1213 and 1214 of the Law on Obligations and Contracts. First, let's talk about the Article 1213. Under the Article 1213, it is said that a solidary creditor cannot assign his rights without the consent of the others. The general rule is that solidary creditor cannot assign, but the exception is when other creditors consent. It simply means that if the other co-creditors consent, it is fine to assign a right, because essentially, solidary obligations implies mutual agency and mutual confidence. Next is the assignment by solidary creditor of his rights. In the absence of consent given by the others, a solidary creditor cannot assign his rights to a third person. The reason behind this prohibition is that each creditor represents the others, and the assignee may not have the confidence of the original solidary creditors, considering that the assignee, after receiving payment, may not give the shares of the others. If the assignment is made to a co-creditor, the consent of the other creditors is not necessary. Next is the effect of unauthorized assignment. Suppose a solidary creditor did assign his rights. Will payment to the assignee extinguish the obligation? According to the Article 1213, seems to imply that such assignment is invalid. This article has been criticized. This rule is unjustifiable and places an unnecessary restriction on the rights of the solidary co-creditor upon his share. The reason behind it seems to be that each creditor represents the others and therefore must have the confidence of the latter. But in the first place, confidence between co-creditors cannot properly be said to exist except in the case of a solidary credit by contract. Let's take a look for this example. Harry is obliged to give solidary creditors Sean, Louis, and Robert on September 25, 2022. If on September 20, 2022, Harry assigned her right to Nabi, Nabi cannot collect the obligations on due date because the assignment is invalid. However, Harry may assign her right to Robert, and that is valid because Robert is her co-creditor. Let's now talk about the Article 1214. Under the Article 1214, it is said that the debtor may pay any one of the solidary creditors, but if any demand, judicial or extrajudicial, has been made by one of them, payment should be made to him. Let's take a look at this given example. Che, Yana, and Stel are solidary debtors of Yuri and Crystal, who's the solidary creditors for 60,000 pesos. Yuri makes a demand to Che. The question is, to whom should Che pay? Think about what Article 1214 said. The answer is that Che should pay to Yuri because of the demand she made. For example situation, Che paid Crystal. Is the obligation extinguished? The answer is no, because the law is clear that the one who demands should be the one to receive the payment. That's it for my report. I hope that you learned something. Thank you and God bless.